Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody? All right. It is October 24th, 2023, and for those of you that are Viking fans, I'm sure you're all very happy. For a few other people that are, yeah, for a few other people, not so happy. All right. That was a good game, yes. All right. I'm just going to hand it off to, there's two residents that have a few things to say. I'm going to hand it off right away. To Dennis, do you mind coming up and then you can share with us your information right off the bat, and then we'll hand it over to Deborah.
Good morning. I'm Dennis Sirfredic, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm the resident council. And I just wanted to update you on the resident council election. John mentioned 4 candidates that we had last year for the council election. We actually have 6 now. So I'm going to list their names up. Sharon Poznansky, Pam Alley, Stephen Sinekin, Sarah Janney, Sherry Harris, and Joy Gordon. Those are the 6 candidates you'll be voting on for in November. I think it's November 14th that we have the election. So get out and vote, everybody. Thanks.
Good morning. Mark your calendars for December 2nd from 2 to 4. We're going to have a staff appreciation party. And we're going to make it special this year. We're going to have great entertainment and goodies. We're going to need volunteers. So one of us on our team is going to be up here every week until December 2nd to remind you and encourage you to sign up. So look forward to having all of you part of it.
She started off with the staff appreciation, and I hadn't gotten up here yet to tell you that we're kicking it off on next week. Monday, the floor readers are going to get the papers and the envelopes, and by Tuesday, hopefully, you'll have it in your hand, because they're supposed to hand it to you. So stay home so they can get to you. Remember to give generously.
All right. I'll just move on to what is happening this week. At 10 a.m. in Marion Hall, we have our tech class with Abby Key. There is still availabilities if you want to impromptu sign up. I think there's 2 spaces left. And this is apps for iPhones and iPads. Explore the world of apps within the App Store. Topics include searching for apps, downloading apps, where to find them on the phone after you download them, how to move them around the screen, app clusters, usage and removal of apps that are unnecessary. So that is at 10 a.m. up in Marion Hall. Also at 1 p.m. Is art class with Terry, and there's painting on chargers, and there is a little visual an example of that in the corner. I'm not sure if there's still space on that, but you can take a peek. There's a sign up. Wednesday, October 25th is 1 p.m. We have our TED Talks, of course, and the 3 recorded topics are how to design workplaces, cities for women, and AI-powered tools supercharging your imagination, and what the fuel industry doesn't want you to know. So those are the 3 topics that are on TED Talks at 1 p.m. Of course, on Wednesday is at 1:30 is 500, and at 7 p.m. is our bingo and 500. I'll move on to Thursday, the 26th at 9:11 is our recorded coffee chats, of course, and it's our excursion day. We are going to the Minnesota History Center, and that leaves at 10:30 a.m. I just wanted to let you know that I'm having a difficult time having payments come in on time, checks come in on time, and I'm finding myself having to call a lot. encouraging people to drop off checks and payments. So they're signing up and then waiting for the week prior or even the day prior to get their checks in, and it's really been difficult for me to do my bookkeeping. So please be gracious with me. Get your checks in when you sign up as soon as you can and make that commitment, because I'm going to have to start altering the fun excursions that we're doing, because I'm finding people signing up and then all of a sudden there's like 6 people that are not bringing in payments and they're canceling last minute. And I have to make payment oftentimes like 3 weeks, 2 weeks before the excursion. So it's a commitment on our end, and then it's a great loss for us. So I'm gonna alter how the excursions that take place in the future if that keeps on happening. So please be respectful and get your checks in. I greatly appreciate that. On a lighter note, if there's anything that you are wanting to do on a Thursday, if there's something that you're longing to do, any ideas, keep them coming in. That makes my job so much more fun to put things on the newsletter, that excursions that you want to do, because I'm here to represent what you're wanting to do. So keep them coming. So there is still space at the Minnesota History Center. I made a lot of phone calls. If you committed to it, please get your check in and let me know if you're going or not. Thank you. Friday at 1 p.m. is our recorded coffee chats and bridge and poker at 1 p.m. And of course, Friday is our happy hour at 4 p.m. How many people here attend that? I'm just curious. So if you are available on a Friday, show up in Marion Hall, meet your fellow residents, chit-chat, bring your own booze, as they say, or your drink of your poison, your root beer, etc. But just if you're a new resident, please, that's your opportunity. Show up and have fun and mingle. At 7 p.m. on Fridays is our movie, and this week in Marion Hall, our movie is Hanging Up. 3 successful, slightly manic adult sisters come to grips that their dad's declining health is going to have them make some decisions towards his end. And it is a comedy, though it doesn't sound like that, but I guess it is a comedy. It is a comedy. Hanging Up is the title. Saturday 28th at 8 a.m. is men's breakfast, and 7 p.m. is bingo, and that is what I have for the week. Next week is Halloween, so hopefully you're contemplating a costume, even if you show up with a mask. That would be great for the costume parade. That is what I have for the week, and I'll just hand it off to Jeff. Any questions before? Okay.
Thank you, Jillian. I'm surprised to hear that Jillian is so twisted that she believes end-of-life issues are funny. Anyway. Oh, happy hour is also BYOE. No, bring your own edibles.
Is that marijuana?
That's marijuana, right. Didn't I talk about that last week?
You didn't go over that either.
Okay, we're gonna What did he say?
It said it didn't go over them either.
We're gonna start having coffee chats every other day. Then we can remember what the hell was said at coffee chats. One of my biggest fears in dealing with the folks that live here is the last thing I want to do is have a bunch of signs and feel like we're wagging our fingers at you when we try to get a little order. There are a few things that need to be addressed from time to time, and one of those is parking in the garage. And it can get kind of adversarial, to say the least, about where people park and all that stuff. What we're going to try is Paula made a sheet, and I'm just gonna, I think you can see that on the TV, but what we're gonna try and do is when someone is parked improperly in their spot, we want you to tell the desk, and we'll put this on their car that says Dordings are no fun and squeezing out of the car isn't pretty. Please do your best to keep your vehicle between the lines so everyone has space. Remember, you could be next. And the thing I like about that is I believe it's just kind of a gentle reminder that, hey, you might not be parked so well, and we can start there, and I believe that almost everyone here wants to be good to their neighbor, and if we get a gentle reminder that, hey, you're parked a little kitty wampus, that might help in the future. And I don't know, and instead of trying to get things to work and get people to cooperate, Jillian's saying, oh, I'm having problems, you're not turning in your checks. I almost think at some point we have to say, okay, the deadline for sign up is this day. If you're not paid, you're not signed up. I don't know, we have to exercise a little tough love here once in a while too, right? Norma?
They do that at the Minnetonka Senior Center, but I am an advocate for them. But if you don't have it, and they put that right on the sheet, the advertisement, that it must be on at a certain date, or you're not.
They do that at the Minnetonka Senior Center. That doesn't make it right.
It works.
We're better than the Minnetonka Senior Center. Okay, we've got the new benches for the hallways. Aren't they beautiful? And then also this morning at 10 o'clock, Cy Winship, our decorator, is going to be walking around with Paula and Linda, and we've got about 30 framed posters that we're going to hang on each floor. Just a little background on the posters. Myron Cunyon was the owner of Ridge Point for like 30 years till he passed. That's about 9 or 10 years ago. And if you Google him, you'll see he's quite an art collector. And he's got an exhibit that is spread out amongst the Minneapolis Institute of Arts, the Orange County Museum of Art, and some museum in London. So it's world-class stuff. And every holiday season, he would take one of his paintings that he owns, and he would make a limited number of posters and send them out to his business associates and friends and all that stuff. And I was lucky enough to get a number of them because I worked for him. But those are the posters that were framed, some of those. So though, I think it's just a really fitting tribute that we're putting his pictures up in his building. So I hope you enjoy those. I think they're really cool. Yep.
Where will they be placed?
I think most part when you get off the on a wall, right? Not in apartment 313. That's your apartment, isn't it, Max? Yes. I'm not sure what, some are going to be on the end of the hall, some are going to be where you turn off the elevator and you can go right or left. So, different spots. I had one, yeah, Elaine.
Is there going to be anything on the wall when you go to the lower level and get off the elevator? You have a lot of white.
Down here?
Yeah.
Not that I know of now. Eventually, yes. We want to, decorating the atrium, we're hoping to get all the water issues taken care of with the atrium, and then we can look forward. You saw the truck here yesterday. What we believe the problem with the water going in that office is the water table, when it rains, comes up and it's not draining away from the building properly. There's a problem with some drain tile around the building, we think, and also from this sump pump, it goes to under the driveway out to the pond, and they don't trust any of that. They think they found where that pipe might be collapsed under there, but that's okay. We find the problem, we can fix it. So, once we get all that stuff squared away, then we can look forward to decorating down here. Now, I heard the description of the computer thing today. If you're new to your phone, if you just have an Apple phone in the last year or whatever, or if you feel that you're not really comfortable with it, I don't believe this is the session for you. Apps are maybe a little more advanced. You may go there, but I wouldn't beat yourself up if you don't understand it. Do you agree with that, Jillian, or?
You know, Abby is pretty good working with a wide.
All levels?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and the classes are pretty small. There's generally less than 10 people. So.
All right.
Most people are signing up consistently.
Okay. Well, Jillian just disagreed with me in front of. I'll try. I thought I checked my male ego at the door this morning, but evidently I didn't because I'm riled up. No, I'm not riled up at all. Thank you, Jillian, that's good. Does anyone have any questions on anything? Alrighty, birthdays.
Just announce the time for the.
Oh.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't say the time for Tuesday.
Next Tuesday is what day? Halloween. How many people are dressing in costume? That's not nearly enough. Yeah, get on it. Between 2 o'clock down here.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot.
God, she disagreed with me again. Now I am wound up. 2 o'clock, East Lobby. Are we gonna have treats in Marion Hall?
We're gonna have treats. Yes. Yep.
There'll be treats somewhere. I have to pause before I talk, don't I? Because if I don't, I say things that are inaccurate. 2 to 3 p.m. the 31st, Halloween costume party, East Lobby. That's what I was told to say. That's what I said. All is well. Okay. Today is the 23rd. Karen Chicoine, birthday. Leon Wilcox and Yvonne Bryan. We've got 3 today. On the 28th, we've got Myra Smith. On the 29th, Chris Ramciati. And on the 30th, Kathy Christofferson. And I think there's no anniversaries. Were there no anniversaries in October? All right, let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week, everybody.
How do we read it without a computer? I can't remember.